It's the beginning of March. Spring is coming soon and is offering its first gifts, slowly revealing itself and leading us into a new cycle of natural abundance. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to live in a farmhouse. Not the one I'm renovating now, but another one in a different place. It was nestled in the hills, surrounded by woods, with a clear river flowing nearby. I was lucky to spend my lockdown there, and that time changed something in me. For the first time, I truly experienced the rhythms of nature, the slow passing of the seasons, the way the landscape subtly shifted each day. Before then, I had never really been conscious of these cycles. When we're caught up in the rush of daily life, school, work, long hours in offices or apartments, we become disconnected. We forget what nature even is. But living so close to it, not just for a hike or a weekend escape, but as part of my everyday existence, made me realize just how distant I had been. And I know I'm not alone in this. More and more people feel the need to step away from the city life and reconnect, to find a slower, more rooted way of living. That's why I bought this farmhouse. But the reality of renovating it, the costs, the complexity, reminds me every day how difficult it has become to truly return to the land, to belong to a place rather than feeling scattered everywhere and nowhere. And maybe that's why I cherish the simple moments, walking through the woods, feeling the earth beneath my feet, because they remind me of what I'm working toward. Welcome back to real life, wild friends. This is not a project I wanted to do myself. But why am I doing it? Because I asked an offer to the carpenter to make it with solid wood. It would have been the structure underneath with 4 steps of solid oak wood, and he gave me an offer for 1,400 euros. It's a lot of money, and so I refused it. It's expensive, but I think it's a pretty fair price. If you consider the work, the solid wood, which would be a lot here because the steps would be quite wide, and the taxes and the time. So it's a pretty fair offer, honestly. But it's a lot of money, and I mean, with that money I can kind of like buy a ticket to Alaska. Wait, I could buy a ticket to Alaska. Okay, maybe you will see a video from Alaska, who knows. And so I decided to make it myself. And I, as usual, I have to find the easiest ways I can afford to do in terms of work and time. So I'm using again these Eton bricks, and I think it's gonna cost me around 100 bucks. So it's definitely a win-win. Except that I have to do it myself, and I will probably spend a couple weekends doing it. Let's see how it will turn out. I'm curious. I ran out of Eton bricks, but I'm so much into this project that I looked around the house to see if there was something I could use. And I found this. They are foam glass leftovers which were used to insulate the foundations of the house. It is an insulating material made from recycled glass and it has high compression strength. So it should do the job. I am going to fill the gaps and stabilize the structure with a mix of light expanded clay, also leftover, and some fiber reinforced plaster that I just bought at a local store. This is again the fiber reinforced plaster used just by itself. The color of this plaster is exactly the same as the clay plaster I used for the walls. So now I could say that I planned everything, but not really. I am just lucky, and I'm so happy I will not have to adjust it after.